Welcome to the Technical Writing Success Podcast from Curt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. Hire Curt to coach you or your employees in AI to avoid a pink slip or having your competition eat your lunch.
It is so great to be here.
Yeah, we're thrilled to have you. So for you listening, today's session is all about teaching you how to save valuable time and upskill quickly. We really need to rethink how teams handle product development and documentation.
Oh, absolutely. The way we do it now is just, well, it's a mess.
It really is. So today's analysis is based on this incredible LinkedIn article. It's titled, Documentation Should Never Be an Afterthought in the Product Development Process by Victoria Lazarus.
Yeah, it's a fantastic piece. Highly recommend it.
Definitely. And before we get into it, did you know that Curt Robbins also produces a video series on YouTube? It's called AI for Career Success and features hundreds of short videos about artificial intelligence and workflow efficiency. My favorite is the episode that reviews the 5.5-hour Lex Fridman interview with Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei in only 7 minutes. It's for busy professionals like us.
I mean, saving 5 hours is just massive. And, saving time is exactly what Victoria's article is about.
Right. Let's talk about the scenario she outlines. So picture this. A highly anticipated feature is finally ready. Design is polished, engineering is done, QA is finished.
Everything looks perfect.
Exactly. Launch is literally 2 weeks away. And then, out of nowhere, someone finally asks for the documentation.
Which is just classic, right? It's like asking someone to write down the recipe for a cake after it's already been baked.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Just by tasting it blindfolded.
Director's note, keep the energy brisk, but the volume steady. Exactly. And the result is always chaos. Because the technical writer joins, and they just get this mountain of conflicting information.
Right, like an old diagram from one person and maybe a pull request from another.
Yeah, or a Figma file that hasn't been updated in months. None of it matches. So the writer asks, basic questions like, what happens if a user skips this step?
And let me guess, nobody knows.
Nobody knows, because the engineer who made that specific decision has already moved on to a completely different project. So Victoria points out this core issue. The product wasn't just missing documentation, it was missing clarity.
Wow. So if waiting until the very end creates this confusing treasure hunt, what is the actual function of documentation then?
Well, this is a huge paradigm shift. The biggest misconception in the industry is that documentation just exists to explain completed work.
Like it's just the receipt at the end of the meal.
Right, exactly. But in reality, good documentation actually challenges decisions. It shapes the product before it's even built by exposing, hidden gaps and assumptions.
So the writer acts as like the first user. How does that work?
By asking the exact same questions real users will ask, like, oh, why would a user even use this? Or what if they make a mistake right here?
Or what are the prerequisites to even start?
Yes. And if you delay those questions until the end, Victoria highlights 3 huge casualties. First, context is lost. People remember the final outcome, but the reasoning behind it is just, it's gone.
Which makes sense.
And
the
second is that accuracy suffers. Writers are forced to reverse engineer these complex systems. And third, the user experience just fractures completely.
Because the product, the docs, and the support team are all giving the user completely different information.
Exactly. Peter Desjardins actually left a great comment on the article about this. He said, a feature isn't complete when it's coded. A feature is complete when users can successfully use it.
That is such a good point. A feature you can't use isn't a feature, it's a bug.
Right.
So this broken workflow has obviously been annoying forever. But why is it suddenly a critical business failure right now in 2026?
Because of the AI boom.
Wait, let me push back on that for a second. Companies are spending billions on AI and chatbots. Isn't the whole point of AI that it can just scan our messy systems and magically figure everything out for us automatically?
I mean, that's what people want to believe, right? But Victoria argues that AI is only as useful as the knowledge it can actually access.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Modern AI uses retrieval systems. If you've spent decades treating documentation as an afterthought, your company's processes are totally undocumented.
So the AI is nothing to read.
Exactly. It's fragmented. Your AI will literally be useless. Victoria uses this amazing skyscraper analogy.
Okay, what are they?
She says organizations wanting intelligent AI while operating on incomplete knowledge is like trying to build a skyscraper on unstable ground.
You can't build up if the foundation is rotting. You have to capture the knowledge before the AI can scale it.
Precisely. You can't automate what you don't understand.
So for all the busy professionals listening right now, how do we actually fix this foundation and stop the cycle?
You have to bring technical writers in at the very beginning.
Like during the planning phase.
Yes. They need to attend sprint planning sessions, review product requirements, and ask their questions before a single line of code is written.
Wow. So the documentation literally evolves right alongside the product.
Right, it has to, because otherwise you end up like Steve Hayhurst. He's a commenter on LinkedIn who noted his entire 15-year career has been plagued by project groups waiting until the very end to ask, hey, is anyone writing this down?
15 years of the same exact bottleneck.
Yeah.
That is painful.
It really is. So Victoria's ultimate point is that documentation is evidence of clarity. Great products aren't defined just by what they do.
But by how well people understand what they can do.
Exactly.
That is so powerful. So I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder today. If your company's star engineer left tomorrow, would your shiny new AI assistant actually know why they built that critical feature the way they did? Or did all that context just walk out the front door forever?
That is the million-dollar question.
It really is. Thank you for listening to the Technical Writing Success Podcast from Curt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. Buy us a coffee and hire us to coach you and your employees in AI to future-proof your career or company.